Hi, Russ Makofsky here, Director of Chess NYC at the birthplace of New York City Chess, 112th Street and Broadway, and I am Chess Scene in New York. I got started in chess when I was very young, around the age of 6 or 7. I was introduced to it by my grandmother, who had actually learned how to cruise when she was in I think a cruise in Bermuda, and I think the captain of the ship happened to be a local chess expert or something along those lines. So she was taught the game later on in life, and she ended up teaching me the game. And around holiday times, I'd always play with her. And then I would take that love and understanding of the game, and I would begin to share it with, other people in my family. I would play uncles, aunts, parents, brothers, sisters. Anybody I can get a game of chess with, I would play. And I was so enthusiastic and passionate about chess growing up, especially in Long Island, where there was a lack of chess culture and opportunities to play, that my father would take me into New York, and we'd play in Washington Square Park, and I'd play against some of the guys in the park and on the street. And that was a huge thrill. So in 2003, I left Long Island, and I went to study in Montreal, and I went up to Montreal as an 18-year-old, and just a whole new world and a whole new opportunities and a whole new life. And actually, it was quite lonely at first. So the first thing that I ever did was always find a local chess club in that community. I got plugged in, and that kind of just really transitioned my my love for chess, being, playing here in New York with friends and family, to being more in an active chess community, because there was an active chess community in Montreal. And I studied there for 4 years. I studied finance, and I got an undergraduate degree in business and finance, and I was hoping to come back in 2007 to pursue a career in the financial world, what may have you. But as we all know, in 2007, the financial world, 2008, turned upside down. And once again, when I moved back actually to this neighborhood, Upper West Side, the first place that I came to find communities and friends with the local chess hangout, which happened to be 112th and Broadway. So I began to kick with these guys up here, and just, we had this beautiful community of friends and culture and people. And at that time, I was also trying to pursue my opportunities in finance. So I took a job, very unhappy. But I was finding all this joy in this chess community that I had found here in New York. And I was thinking along the lines, well, can we do something that would, take my skill set and my business background and understanding, and also this love and passion for chess that I've had since I was a child, and try to merge the two. And that's really where the concept of New York City Chess and Chess NYC came about, was us hanging out here, feeling the heartbeat of New York City, and understanding the history and the culture and just the demand for overall, chess, especially for the scholastic, for the kids. We would have parents walking by the street saying, we see you guys playing, how can my kids learn? How can we get involved? What's the next steps? And I was saying to the guys up here, well, there's all these questions, and I was doing some research, and I said, I don't really see that many opportunities for these kids here that are organized in a fun, professional, educational manner for these kids. So let's do something. And that's kind of where the idea evolved, and we decided to go big. We decided, we didn't want to be Upper West Side Chess or Broadway Chess. We wanted to be New York City Chess, to encompass the whole city, all the boroughs. The first program that we started out with in 2007, 2008 was a program called Head Start Chess. It was the first introduction to chess for kids that wanted to learn how to play. We have our private lesson services where anybody in the boroughs that wants to learn how to play chess on a one-on-one basis or on a group basis, we supply coaches. You can either go into your home, or you can come into our chess club, which is in Greenwich Village. It's at 82 West 3rd Street, Zing Club, Village Chess. And they can come there and they can study with one of our coaches, or we'll go to your home, we'll go to your office. And that's become quite popular. So a lot of these kids that are first being introduced to chess, they want to have that the advantage of being coached individually and having a jump start before they jump into an after-school program, or before they go into a tournament. They want to feel that confidence, so they want to work. The second thing is people are getting ready for tournament play. A lot of kids in New York City are very, very competitive. They play at the state level, the city level, the national level, and they want to get the best coaching possible. So we have a number of grandmasters, masters, international masters, experts, and very competent, compelling, great communicators as chess coaches that will help you get your rating up from, say, I'm an 800 and my goal is to be at 1500, in a year, and we want to set forth, goals and plans and expectations and a curriculum that's going to help you get there. That's something that we do, and that's one of the biggest parts of our business is helping coach individually. We first met Magnus Carlsen when he was doing an ad campaign for G-Star Raw. And actually one day we're at our chess club in Greenwich Village, the Village Chess Shop, and a guy comes into the shop, and it's like, someone very, very, very important and special is going to come in, and we're like, who possibly? Because in the village you never know who to expect. I mean, we have athletes, celebrities, movie stars come in. And he said, the world number one player in the world is going to come in, Magnus Carlsen. We've all been fans of Magnus for years, just watching him play and being familiar with his games. So all of a sudden a black car rolls up, and out pops Magnus Carlsen, and in walks Magnus Carlsen and Liv Tyler, because they were doing the campaign together for G-Star Raw at the time. So Magnus came in there and he shot a scene. He hung out with Liv Tyler. We got to meet them, and his manager happened to be there, and Magnus happened to be there. And he actually, came across as just an engaging, fun, warm, down-to-earth, #1 chess player in the world. So we kind of struck up a relationship. We exchanged contact information, and that was the first time that we met Magnus. I guess 6 months from then, I was walking down the Upper East Side, and I was with my partner, Michael Proper, and we were just discussing, like, what can we do, what kind of opportunities, what kind of plans can we do going forward. And I said, I'm going to give Magnus Carlsen a call and see, if he has any interest in helping come support our community and get involved in chess education here in New York and helping promote chess. But sure enough, we reached out to Magnus and his team of people in Norway, and they were thrilled. They loved New York. They loved the New York Knicks. They loved coming to Manhattan, and Magnus was thrilled to have the opportunity to plan a visit for a chess camp and for some promotional activities for Chess NYC New York City Chess, where we did some fundraising, we did some corporate events, and we did the chess camp for the kids. And we planned it about, I guess, 8 months out. We began to promote it, and the feedback was great. Kids were registering, kids were getting excited. We started making Magnus signs. We made T-shirts that said, GM #1 in our Chess NYC, made Norway colors, and it was this whole thing. And since that time where we developed an original relationship with Magnus, we've seen him, every time he comes to New York, we get together for, say hi, maybe for a drink or casually. I play basketball with him. Every time he comes to New York, I take him to play basketball in the park or at a local game that I play with friends. And we've developed a really, really, really nice relationship with Magnus over the years. And he's been very kind to some of our players, such as Justice Williams, mentoring him a little bit, giving him an opportunity to play. Magnus Carlsen, as the #1 player in the world, as the world champion, he has the ability to promote the game of chess, elevate the game of chess, motivate the next generation of chess players. Because not only is he a chess player, he's an international icon. I mean, you see Magnus Carlsen standing next to Cristiano Ronaldo. I saw a picture of Magnus Carlsen playing chess with Mark Zuckerberg yesterday on Facebook, and I mean, that's a level of notoriety and exposure that nobody in the chess world has done since Bobby Fischer. And if you can tell a kid, that's impressionable, wants to be anything in the world, that you can be Magnus Carlsen, you can have an audience and sit down and play with Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, and you can travel the world and you can be an ambassador for major clothing lines, and you can win millions of dollars at the World Championships. I think that changes. It's a game changer for the way the kids approach chess and what their goals and what their expectations of their future in chess. Especially here in New York, where we have a lot of promising chess players. Traditionally, most of them left the chess world to pursue other more lucrative opportunities. Now it's like, whoa, hold on, maybe I can be the next Magnus Carlsen. I think chess historically, the way that it's been presented and approached, has failed. And I think it's failed. If you look at the number of memberships in the United States Chess Federation, in a country of 300 and something million, you have 40,000 members in the United States Chess Federation. Some states don't even have an active, chess community at all. I think the idea of coming and playing a slow game of chess with, two old, crusty, washed-up people, it's not exciting for the next generation. I think the future of chess is in in chess education. It's a learning tool and a vehicle to expand your mind, and I think that the schools have caught on to this, administrators. I think that, the government, especially, maybe not here in the U.S. Per se, but globally, you're seeing, states and countries instituting chess as a mandated curriculum in the elementary school. So I think chess is a learning vehicle, and capturing the younger community is where the real growth of chess is. I think focusing on tournament chess, where you're playing time controls, where you're playing 90 minutes a game with this increment, and it takes 6 hours to finish the game, and there's no spectators that are interested in watching that, and there's no sponsorship that will support that. That's a direction that I think chess needs to get away from. I think the future of chess is in the value of chess as a developmental tool, education as a whole person. So I think you're seeing the numbers of chess players in New York go through the roof. Look around, look at the chess club, look at the tournament participation, look at the number of kids playing. It's going through the roof, because now I think we're making a distinct American approach to fun, chess, education. It's a sport, it's fun, it's educational, it's for the kids. It's not a 6-hour game where two people are playing in a basement somewhere. It's very relevant, it's very new, and it's very exciting. I think the future of chess in America is in scholastic chess. I think it's focusing primarily on elementary schools and using it as an educational vehicle for these kids to just become better people, better individuals, more well-rounded individuals, and have a game that they can carry on through life. I don't think we're ever going to see chess be equivalent to the NBA or the NFL. I don't think that it has the draw and the excitement as a spectator sport. But I think you're going to see chess grow significantly as an educational tool. It's very exciting. Incorporating a sporting, competitive element for kids. Kids at kindergarten are battling each other over the board, and they're having the time of their lives, and they're gaining all the educational benefits from it. But that kindergarten turns into a 30-year-old and is still compulsively playing chess every day. I think it's a different value at that point. So I think what the future of chess in America is to get these kids loving, playing, sporting, getting the value of the educational component that chess offers, and then taking it on into life and wherever they may go with that. But I believe that's the future of chess in America.